specialization of teachers and registration of teachers will help in making sure that the profession is recognized and then quacks are kicked out.
Similarly, the insistent clamor by Nigerians to restore history in the basic education curriculum received positive response at the 61st meeting of the National Council on Education.
Not that history is not taught, because we have it as a subject in senior secondary school. It is also offered in the university and various colleges of education. So the teachers are there, particularly at the primary school level. Produce visuals, videos that you can play and a child would see.
In line with government's determination to increase access to education and break the cycle of poverty, the federal government banned post-unified tertiary matriculation examinations by universities, cancelled the second interview test for National Examination Council (NECO) for admissions into federal unity colleges, and banned PTA development levies in unity colleges while harmonizing their school fees. While the controversy on the 3-year validity of JAMB results by the National Assembly raged, a one-week warning strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities over the 2009 federal government ASU agreement was quickly resolved by the National Assembly. As the federal government retains the 500 billion naira social investment fund in the 2017 budget, Nigerians are looking forward to the full implementation of the homegrown school feeding program, which targets 5.5 million primary 1 to 3 pupils in all the states of the federation. Moreover, hopes are high on the job creation program, which aims at training 500,000 university graduates to work in their communities as teachers, agricultural workers, and health support workers. In all of this, 2017 appears a vibrant year for the education sector. Franca Uzoma Olwa, NTA News.
On a sober note, President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed heartfelt condolences to the government and people of Delta State on the death of Chief Francis Obozo, a Second Republic Senator and member of the Board of Trustees, BOT, of the All Progressives Congress, APC. The president also commiserated with the family and friends of the late senator, whose championing of social justice in the Niger Delta during his long history of service to the people endeared him to many. As a stalwart of the APC in the southeast, President Buhari believes that the party greatly benefited from the octogenarian's charismatic leadership and wealth of experience as a politician. The president hopes that all who mourn Senator Obozo will carry forward his legacy of firm dedication to the unity of Nigeria, just as he prayed God to grant the soul of the departed eternal repose. Similarly, President Muhammadu Buhari mourned the passage of renowned professor of economics and elder statesman Herbert Onitiri. Describing it as a national loss, the president appreciated his seminal research works and contributions to global discourse on strategies for equitable trade and economic relations among developed and developing countries. President Buhari believes Professor Onitiri has left a worthy and commendable legacy for the academia, development experts, civil societies and governments to build upon. He prayed God to grant Professor Onitiri eternal rest and comfort the deceased family, friends and admirers. Now, tragedy was averted in the early hours of Wednesday when a Lagos-bound train from Kano crushed a trailer at Kao Mando rail crossing in Kaduna metropolis, resulting to its derailment. Tina Toro reports.
Onion and sugarcane was mangled by the moving train, giving rise to a serious gridlock.
5 people were trapped under the trailer. We had to use a jack to lift the trailer before we were able to bring them out.
Even though no life was lost, men of the Nigeria Police and FRSC were on ground to maintain law and order.
We heard about the train accident with one of the vehicles belonging to one group of company. And we sent for a vehicle from Beniyaru, from Kakao, and also from this command to mobilize so that we were controlling traffic. We were also trying to see what we can do. We make use of one lane and close the other lane, and eventually the train moved this morning.
In Kaduna, Tina Turu, NTA News.
You're watching the news on NTA International. We are reaching you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. More reports when we return.
You are watching NTA, Nigerian Television Authority. For more information and news updates, visit our website at www.nta.ng, or you can follow us on Twitter at NTA News Now, or you can like us on Facebook at NTA Network News. Stay connected on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/NTA News Online. Watch our live stream at www.nta.ng/live. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
We now have the video report on President Buhari's reception of Prime Minister of Guinea-Bissau. The government of Guinea-Bissau has formally expressed appreciation to Nigeria for its genuine efforts at ensuring peace, stability and progress of the crisis-ridden West African nation. The country's Prime Minister Umaru Sissoco Embalo delivered the message to President Muhammadu Buhari. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports.
Guinea-Bissau, a country of 1.7 million people, has been in the throes of power struggle since independence in 1973. Apart from a year-long civil war, the country was also affected by coups, instability, and intermittent violence until the restoration of democracy in 2014. The hope for peace and stability was threatened again with the breakdown of trust between President Jose Mario and former Prime Minister Domingos Pereira. For the government of Guinea-Bissau, Nigeria remains one country that is genuinely concerned and supporting efforts at ensuring a better future for the country. And this informed a visit by Prime Minister Sissoco Embalo to say thank you to President Muhammadu Buhari. Details of their discussions held behind closed doors were not made public. Newsmen, however, waited to hear more from the visiting Prime Minister.
Bien sûr, le président Buhari est un panafricaniste.
Certainly, President Buhari is a Pan-Africanist. When almost everybody abandoned us, it was Nigeria that remained with us, supported us and assisted us up till today, now that we are now beginning to have stability in that country. That is why we are here, and to also develop further the relationship between the two countries, not only in the context of South-South cooperation, in the context of ECOWAS, but also bilaterally between the two countries. It is in that context that my president asked me to invite President Buhari, to also come and visit Guinea-Bissau, because Nigeria is our privileged partner.
Mr. Umaru El Mukhtar Sissoco Elbano is the fifth Prime Minister of Guinea-Bissau in 1 year, as the country struggles to end months of political gridlock. From the State House, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
Let's now join Muplang Dakok for a review of the developments in real estate and more on business news.
So glad you joined us on this segment. As the year is gradually winding down, Business News looked at how the real estate in the country fared in 2016. The nation's economic downturn took its toll on real estate as a growing industry. Estate managers attributed the low sale of properties as well as rental of properties to the economic situation. With the recession, both small and large families as well as businesses found it difficult to fulfill their housing needs. Consequently, price tags on rents fell significantly in the year.
Owners who are looking for 40, 50 million naira for their property had to reduce it to find a buyer, simply because there was no money. And so the market really suffered seriously. Those in the property business had it not funny at all, because we deal in millions and there were no millions in the hands of Nigerians.
Just one bedroom inside the town, before you can't touch it. They will tell you 800, 700, but now it's not crashing. So even civil servants can be able to afford a house inside the town.
The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, spent $4 billion from the nation's external reserves to defend the Naira in the 12 months of 2016, despite the staggering crash in the value of the Naira against the dollar. The CBN, which revealed the statistics, also said the external reserves would likely be closing the year on the $25 billion mark. And this is where we conclude business news. I am Muplang Dakok.
Strong earthquake hits Japan, no tsunami warning. Details of this and more on Foreign News with Olayinka Ojo.
Almost 300 members of Somalia's federal parliament were sworn in, although parliament's election of a new president to head the government was postponed. The ceremony, at least, gives a chronically unstable Horn of Africa a quorate assembly, 4 weeks after the conclusion of a month-long election conducted among 14,000 representative citizens.